A police undercover operation is an investigative technique where it's okay to lie about your identity, but certainly not about your purpose. Hey folks, this is Ray from In the Chill of the Night. Last night I had an awesome opportunity to interview my good friend, my partner, and the co-host of this show, Pete Gagliardi. Many of you know from our first episode that Pete is a retired ATF agent. Now, Pete's had a storied career, all sorts of assignments, but some of those assignments included undercover operations, both short-term, the in and outs, or the long-term embedded undercover operations. Now, regardless of their duration, all undercover operations are dangerous. Now, the good part is when we come out and everything's all successful from these operations, what usually follows, to include a successful investigation, are a lot of grins and a heck of a lot of chuckles. So Pete was nice enough to provide me some laughs last night, and certainly in the next couple of days when it comes out, to provide you some laughs in something that he calls soft rock undercover ops. So I'm going to show you some outtakes here from our conversation last night, but please tune back in the next couple of days when we release the full episode, and you'll certainly have a lot more laughs. I want to thank you all for supporting us here at In the Chill of the Night, and looking forward to more stories.
They wanted somebody to work with an informant up in Portland, Maine. And I said, Portland, Maine? What the hell's going on in Portland, Maine? I said, hey, well, we want you to go up there, work with so-and-so. And so I went up there, and I meet this informant. And now I probably lived up there for 3 weeks. And I am getting introduced to all kinds of people, day after day after day. They bring me to one house. It was a bunch of bikers in the house, right? And there's one guy sitting there all ragged out. I mean, big beard. The guy's sharpening this big hunting knife and looks up to me and says, and I'm the butcher.
Oof.
I said, okay. Because I thought that I was going to Portland, Maine, and I was going to the boondocks. This city was a mecca. Everybody on the street was a criminal. And I would buy the guns, and I would bring them back to this hotel. I was staying in a hotel right on the main drag, right up the street from that Dunkin' Donuts. And I'd bring the guns into the back door of the hotel, and I'd go into the bathroom, and I'd hide the guns up in the suspended ceiling. At this time, they had given me a Cadillac convertible to drive, right? And because I'm supposed to be some half a mobster out of Boston. And they give me this caddy convertible to drive, and I'm driving around smoking a cigar all around Portland, and with Schneider with me, right? And we're smoking cigars, and if we go into a convenience store, and there's these little kids trying to steal ice cream out of the freezer, and the guy behind the counter, "Hey, you goddamn kids, get out of here!" I said, wait a minute, come here, kids. What do you want? Ice cream? Pick out what you want. And and I put down $20 and I bought the kids ice cream, and oh, you're a good guy, man. Yeah. All right. Okay. So anyway, I'm making a name for myself. The guy in the Cadillac convertible, little short guy, right? And so anyway, Morris Von Campbell, the cover team now says Morris Von Campbell is a really bad dude. We've had a case against. He says we've had a case against him, so he knows what the game is, and he shouldn't even be wanting to sell anybody guns because he's been caught doing this before. And I said, and what? Well, he's a convicted felon. I said, well, what's he convicted of? He says he murdered his mother with an axe. That day I learned that that little Charter Arms that I was carrying on my hip was probably going to be my only friend one of these days, right?